I have 12:15. So, good noontime and welcome to Rotary, everyone. We are so glad that you are here with us today on this Groundhog Day. Jan, would you be so kind as to bring us to order, please?
Certainly. Let's pray. Gracious Lord, we do give you thanks for this day. We give you thanks that even though it seems like the whole year has been Groundhog Day, we know that you've been with us and that we're moving forward in your service. So help us to see the direction to go and help us to take those steps. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. And Susan, would you like to lead us in pledge today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. And good morning, Maria. Would you like to lead us in song today? Oh no, we can't hear you. Or are you just singing solo? But we can't hear you. Oh no, no audio. You can mouth the words while Danny leads the rest of us.
All right, hold your ears. Rotary, that spells Rotary. Rotary, it's known on land and sea. From north to south, from east to west, one prophet most who serves the best. Rotary, that spells Rotary.
Thank you so much, Danny and Maria, for that. Excellent. Thanks so much. Let's see here. We have, I think, one visiting Rotarian with us today, but we will get to Amando in just 1 minute. And I think we have some guests here. Steve, would you like to introduce your room full of guests to us today, please?
Room full of guests. Well, I don't know if it's a room full of guests, but I have with me, besides Dr. Lucy Villarreal, I have our new department chair of teacher bilingual education, Dr. Elvira Sanatalova Allison. And Dr. Allison is an amazing person, amazing addition to our team. One of the amazing things about her is that she speaks 9 different languages. And so anyway, and so we're very honored to have her here. Got a great
Well, that is excellent. Thanks so much for that. And we're happy to have all of y'all here with us. And somewhere between a guest and a member is Brenda Hoyas. Thanks, Brenda, for being here with us today. And for those of you that don't know, she is well on her way to becoming one of our newest members. So thanks so much for being here. Let's see, I think that's everyone today. We have a birthday coming up. Leo turns 21 tomorrow. And so, what do you do with that information? Go to Club Runner, find his phone number, and give Leo a call tomorrow and wish him a happy 21st birthday. We have some Rotary anniversaries. Jackie turns a Rotary 2, and Tinley turns a Rotary 8. She's in 2nd grade. And so, what do you do with that information? Go to Club Runner, find their phone numbers and give them a call and wish them a happy Rotary anniversary. Do we have any happy dollar announcements today? Okie dokie. We'll look forward to some happy news next week. And Jay Dean, would you, sir, be our enigma machine and decipher that sentence for us?
Okay, I will try. So our district is for the month of February is pushing everyone to donate if they wish. Donate into our foundation, not for polio, but our general foundation. So let me show you what we're looking at. And to encourage us to do so, Rotary district leaders from around the district are encouraging us to donate by sharing their points. And what happens is if you donate a lot of money or donate, every dollar that you donate to the Rotary Foundation is matched by a point. And you can share those with other people. That way you can become a Paul Harris Fellow. And so if you go onto your bulletin today, you're going to see down here under Kingsville Rotary Recap, District, it will take you to this screen, which has just a little bit more information. And so the goal here is if you're already a Paul Harris Fellow +8, this isn't for you. You're doing well. Thank you for all the work you do. Keep it up. But to encourage other Rotarians, maybe new Rotarians, to become Paul Harris Fellows, they're willing to help match. And so what they're asking for is if you would like another Rotarian's points. So let's say if you donate $500, it takes $1,000 or 1,000 points to become a Paul Harris Fellow. And usually what happens, just like we saw last week, some Rotarian just donates regularly, kind of here and there, $10 here, $20 there, the occasional a little bit more if they can on a good year. That accumulates. And if you've donated over $1,000, you become a Paul Harris Fellow. And then the more you donate, you just continue to get recognized for that. And usually that's an accident. Usually somebody just kind of proceeds being a good Rotarian and donating, and all of a sudden one year they are a Paul Harris Fellow. And to encourage that kind of level, every time you donate, you get points to encourage other people to donate. And what the district has done is pulled those together. And so if you will email Allison Kreider for this month, Allison will say, okay, I'll be watching you. And if you donate $500, he will match it with 500 points to get you to the 1,000 to become a Paul Harris Fellow. I hope that makes sense, Justin. If not, I maybe ran out of time anyway. But if you have any questions, please call me, or I'll stick around after the program. It's a great way to become a Paul Harris Fellow if you haven't already. If you are a Paul Harris Fellow and you haven't done that 8 times over, let's get you up there. What a great recognition and a great way to become one this month in February. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, Jay Dean. And so just a recap, what this sentence says is District 5930, our Rotary International District, the Rotary Foundation Paul Harris Fellow Points Matching Program. And more information on that can be found in the bulletin. More information on that can be found on the website. More information on that can be found on the district website. If you still have questions, reach out to your very favorite director and we will point you in the right direction. Thank you, Jay Dean.
Justin, briefly, who was our Paul Harris recognizee last week?
That was Brenda Ballard, and she didn't even know. So that's how it works.
That's how it works.
And so, just to further recap the Paul Harris Fellows, the point isn't to get the award. The point is to donate money to do good work in the world. The hardware is a side benefit. And this wraps up our Foundation Minute.
That was good.
Thank you. And we have a few new members today. And so, let's say, I know that Crystal has to help her son with some schoolwork today, and Christine stepped away. So, we will sit here and call Christine's name until she comes back, because she has nothing better to do during her lunch hour while she's getting ready for class in 30 minutes. There she is. Oh, she's Christine. Hello and welcome. Oh, we can't hear you. Oh, no.
Can you hear me now?
There we are. Excellent. Thanks for being with us today. And so I will now ask Christine Hoskinson to come forth to the podium, please. Yep, all the way. Come. Perfect, right there. Thanks so much. So, fellow Rotarians, it is my privilege today to welcome into membership Christine, whose name has been proposed by me. This proposal has been reviewed in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of our club. Christine, you have been approved for membership in this club because our board, and all of our members from that Zoom tile way over there to that Zoom tile way over there believe you to be a worthy representative of this mighty and magnificent organization. Mr. Governor-elect, would you do the honors, please?
It is my honor and pleasure to do this, Christine, and welcome to the Rotary family of Kingsville. Christine, I am now going to administer a little oath to you, okay? And so here goes. Christine, in electing you to membership, we are doing more than taking you into our fellowship. We are making you a trustee with the responsibility of upholding the ideals of Rotary. Knowing you to be a Rotarian, the world will henceforth judge Rotary by your actions. Do you accept this responsibility and the obligations attached to your membership into the Rotary Club of Kingsville? Please respond, I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Welcome to the Rotary Club of Kingsville. And as your current district governor-elect, it is my pleasure and honor to have you aboard. And one day I'll go see you in person and put the pin on you. Congratulations.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Governor-elect. Christine, I would now ask your proposer to pin you with the Rotary emblem, which we expect you to wear with pride all day, every single day. Fellow Rotarians, I am honored and pleased to present to you today Rotarian Christine Hoskinson, our very newest member.
Yay.
Yay!
Thanks, everybody.
Yay! Good job. Thanks so much. And for our other new members, if you too would like to join in ceremony and pomp, then all we have to do is finish a new member orientation and you will be well on your way to the next ceremony. And with that, I would like to present to you our featured presentation. Here from the Rotary Club of Edinburgh is our very own District Governor-elect, meaning District Governor for Rotary International District of 5930 for Rotary year 21-22. My friend and yours, Mr. Amando Chapa. Thank you, sir. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you again for inviting me to be here. It's so wonderful to attend Zoom meetings. I would prefer to be in person. And Christine, I just gave you the short version there on the membership introduction. And I would love to have pinned you. And it's a great honor to be a Rotarian, and particularly with Kingsville. Um, just a few announcements before I begin. I'm going to talk about pets. That's my subject today. I want to make two important announcements today. As your district governor-elect, I have to select a team to work with me and to accomplish certain goals and objectives that we want to do for the district and RI. And so today I'd like to announce our director of Lieutenant Governor of Public Image and Public Relations, Justin Jones. I want to thank you for accepting. Justin comes highly recommended. I know I didn't get to converse with the Kingsville membership there. I would have gotten a better feel, but anyway, it's a pleasure to have him on board. I've worked with Justin in several of the assemblies and conferences we had at Kingsville and at Corpus Christi. I really, truly thank you for being on board and taking the position. The second one I want to make that's also very important is the assistant governor for your area, J. Dean Craig. I want to thank you, J. Dean, for stepping up to the plate. It is a honor to be assistant governor. I was an assistant governor. It's a good place to be. It's a 3-year commitment. You will learn a lot about the district and about your clubs that you're responsible for. You're not to you're only to manage the clubs, and you're supposed to represent the district and represent me as your governor. So I thank you. You will do well, and I appreciate you registering for pets as well too. Okay, those are very two important announcements I wanted to make. Also, I want to let you know that Kingsville is up and rising. I believe that your club is a club that is a very vibrant club with the two individuals that I've seen here already that's been at the district level. And now I'm seeing you all for the first time. And one day I'll be out there to see you in person. So going forward, we have a few things coming on, as you know, with the pandemic and all, we're kind of seeing each other here on Zoom meetings. And this time of the year, we have what we call PETS, Lone Star PETS. Lone Star PETS stands for President-Elect's Training Seminar. And it is held in Dallas. And it's held usually the last week of February going into the first week of March. And it's comprised of about 10 districts, 7 of them in Texas, 3 of them in the part of Oklahoma. So we have 10 districts converging, a little over between 1,000 and 2,000 people converging this time of the year in Dallas to learn about your important role as a president. So with that, let me just go into that. Any questions? I mean, I'm sorry, did I miss something, Justin? No? Okay. So as I mentioned, it's called Lone Star Pets, and it's really designed for the president-elects and nominees and assistant governors, people that are coming into these important roles. And there are other roles as well, and I'll go into that in just a minute. But it's mainly designed for that, and we have facilitators that will walk you through as what is to be expected of you as a president-elect. And this year, being district governor-elect, I have the privilege of serving on the PETS board. So I get to nominate people who want to be facilitators to this event. And it is a great opportunity. I have been a facilitator going 3 years. My class was the president nominees. And so I was facilitating the president nominees because they're just as excited and in the dark as the president-elects, okay, like everybody else. But the curriculum's very good and very, very structured. And to give you an idea, they have, if you were to go to Rotary.org, there's a booklet on how to be a vibrant club. There's a booklet on how to be a great assistant governor, how to be a district governor, how to be a treasurer, how to be da, 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 da. So what we do at PETS, we tend to take those books and consolidate them into a room educational room structure for about 3 to 4 days. And you're in this room and you're learning the various phases of your role. So it is held, as I mentioned, the latter years and what it's comprised of. The curriculum is pretty standard, pretty set forth, and this year was a little different. Let me just say that the excitement of just being there with the other fellow Rotarians of your positions of elect and nominees, assistant governors is awesome. I experienced this when I was president. When I became president of the Rotary Club and I was sent to this PETS, I didn't know what to expect. Of course, back then we didn't have apps and we didn't have a lot of internet back then. It was all binders, it was all books. And so needless to say, I was stressed out because you had to read the books and in the binders. So, but in any case, I got to meet other fellow president-elects in my area. And we all had the same thing, you know, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? You know, who are we going to put in place? And at the same time, you're being directed by the district and RI, as you just heard just a while ago, of Paul Harris Fellows Society and Paul Harris, you know, all these things and donations, foundations, Polio Plus, you know, the Rotaract, Interact, and all these programs that we have. That Rotary is a very structured social organization. It is very structured. I'm very impressed with the conference that I've been going to online. It's very just like what Justin's doing right now. We have IT people handling the Zooms, handling the breakouts for us, and that's a lot in itself. But let me continue on with PETS. Who's it for? You know, and this year, as I just mentioned, it's really for people that are going into these positions as president-elects, nominees, assistant governors, and so on, pastors and governors. That's really what it's designed for, because the curriculum is around that to shape you and help you plan your year, your Rotary year. However, this year is a little different because it's a Zoom meeting. It's open to everybody. And the registration is $50, and you can go on, and it's a 4-day curriculum. When you register, you pick the curriculum you want. There's a core curriculum that you have to have for the president-elects and nominees, and then there's the electives, and you get to choose that. And then you get to see the speakers and for the lunches and so on. This year, it's open to everyone, and so everyone that Rotarian can go to this PETS meeting, a Zoom meeting. And some of the classes that you can go to, obviously these won't be the core classes that President-elect will be going to, but you can go to what we call the elective class. And these programs will be something like the Rotary Basics, a program increasing our ability to adapt. The Rotary Foundation, learn more about the Rotary Foundation as a member. Rotary 101 for Rotary spouses and non-Rotarians. So this goes on and on. So everyone can have and enjoy the experience of going to PETS. Obviously, as I mentioned, the camaraderie that you can have, the excitement being there, but also the lunches, the dinners, but the speakers are fabulous. The speakers really, really inspire you. And if they encourage you, and to see all the past district governors and knowing their roles and so on, and you see all the 10 district governors on the head table, and it's really fantastic. It's first class. It is first class. And this year, we're not going to have that. We're going to miss that, but we're going to have a Zoom. And also in this time, we have time for our district, District 5930. We have you get time to meet the district governor, governor-elect, and nominee, and we're going to roll out our priorities for the year. And we talk about our operating budget. And as a matter of fact, the president-elects get to vote on that. So, and I know right now that if the president-elects didn't have that, don't be concerned. No one ever gets it on time. It's always presented at the last minute. You're going to vote on it anyway. You may have some questions. We'll get it approved. It's a formality. As a matter of fact, I already have my budget out. I have my finance committee reviewing it, and they will present it at our district conference, our district at PETS and our time period. Our district meeting will be on February, I believe it's February 26th or 27th. It's Saturday at 2 p.m., 2 to 5. So you're invited, everyone's invited to come, but you have to register on PETS, obviously, and then you're invited to come and get to see. And you get to see what we're going to be talking about for the year. And I will introduce the leadership team. I will introduce the priorities we have for District 5930. It's not reinventing the wheel. I'm not going off RI's vision and priorities. I'm taking Rotary International's vision, taking their priorities, and then we're going to tweak it to our South Texas area. So we'll have some initiatives and some programs to talk about there. Then I'll roll it out and we'll talk about the various resources that you have to have a successful year as a president. And this year, as I don't know if I mentioned earlier, I had a pre-PETS meeting. And the idea behind the pre-PETS meeting was to meet with the president-elects. And I wanted to get an idea as to, or a feel as to where you're at and your stage of being a president-elect. You know, we got some time. We're in February. We got 4 months away before June 30th. So you may say, well, I still got time, and you do, okay? But where are you? And so I had an open conference with them and spoke with them and wanted to get a feel for them, and it's exactly what I thought. They're at ground zero, and that's okay. We're all been there. I did send all the president-elects a little book called Leadership. I think Justin's got it. If not, I got it here. If you can, yeah, there you go. Lead with Distinction. Everybody, you can see that? Okay. It was written by a fellow Rotarian, Nancy Paulson, who's also a webmaster, excuse me. This is a very good book. I did not have this book when I was president. If I had this book, it would help me a great deal. This little book has everything from having an agenda, running your board meetings to your noon meetings, and so on, and how to plan. Every month is set out for you. This month is for an area of focus of peace and conflict, I believe. And then we had one last month was foundation, and then we had one for polio, and it's all laid out for you. However, you as a president and at PETS, you will learn the various functions of a president, and there are many. But one thing I want you to go away with is that you are not to handle this by yourself. You are to have your board and your members to help you succeed, and you have me and the district to help you succeed. One other thing about PETS, that one thing you're going to be missing, it's what I really love is, besides the food and the speakers, is the hospitality. The hospitality room we had one in District 5930 where we get together and mingle, have some beverages and some foods, finger foods, and get to talk about different things that we learned today. We get to share, we get to meet with other people. The other thing was the, well, Justin helped me here. It's where you get the paraphernalia, what do you call it?
The House of Friendship.
House of Friendship. Thank you, sir. That's why I have him. Okay. House of Friendship. The House of Friendship is a place where all the vendors, the approved vendors of Rotary, they are the ones that have these pins for us. You see the pins that I'm wearing? You have the pins here, and they have all kinds of shirts for the ladies and for the men. They have briefcases. They have all kinds of things you can imagine. And one thing I learned about Rotary, and every year I would go to PETS and I would get something new, but after a while it tend to be the same old. You know, Rotary is up and big on pins, and every year we have a new theme and a new this and a new that and a new, and that pin's only good for this year. And then you wear it, I got a drawer full of pins, but the one pin that I encourage you to have is the Texas pin, this one right here. Okay, and I'll get that to everybody somehow. I'll get that to you. And then, of course, your Rotary Club pin. Those are the two most important pins, with the exception maybe of Paul Harris. Let me just say one little thing on Paul Harris, what JD was talking about, and the Paul Harris Fellow Society. As you know, we as Rotarians, we're community based, and we help our fellow communities in the areas of needs, whether it be backpacks for schools, whether it be a food bank, etc. But we also talk about, JD mentioned about Paul Harris, and the way it's structured is, if you give $100, it's every Rotarian every year. That's a program, that's a pathway, and you do that, and that $100 accumulates up to $1,000. Once you hit $1,000, you become a Paul Harris Fellow, and you get a pin, and then that Paul Harris Fellows, then you start over again. But what JD was talking about, this program that we have with matching points, that's true. Paul Harris Fellow Society is a little different. Paul Harris Fellow Society is an individual, a Rotarian, who donates $1,000 every year on top of everything else he or she does. Okay, and when you do that, the club or the individual gets points, and these points accumulate. And so this Rotarian, this Paul Harris Fellow, he gets to decide who deserves a Paul Harris pin. And usually a criteria could be established by the club, and all the Paul Harris Fellows, they gather and they get to choose who would be a good Paul Harris candidate. It's usually someone did an outstanding job for the year. He could have done something for Polio Plus program. He could have done something for the annual fund. He could have done a food bank program. Somebody that you recognize and well deserved to be recognized with a Paul Harris pin. So it's very a prestigious award for your endeavors and for your dedication and passion to serving Rotary and your community. So let's see here. Going back to pets, I had a question here was, do you have to attend every day to your curriculum? And the answer is yes, you do have to attend every day. There is a roll call sheet. There is an attendance sheet. The district governor wants to know that because he wants to make sure that your president-elects are attending these courses and attending the classes and participating in the classes. And the reason behind that is because that way I will know, the team will know that you did have some sort of basic training as to what to be expected. From this training, from this curriculum that you come back from pets, you're not going to know everything. I want to be real honest with you. You're going to forget everything. You're not going to know everything. And that's okay. We're all in this together. But I want to leave you with this. Pets, Lone Star Pets is a curriculum designed for you as presidents to have a successful year. Once you come back, you're not alone. You have your club Rotarians and you have your district to support you so that you can have a fun year, but a successful year. And we'll talk more about that later at PETS at our district meeting. So I don't know if I have more time, or do I still have some time here, Justin, or
Yeah,
I'll
so
open
you're
up for
doing good. If
questions.
we have some questions, and I know that there are a couple of things, and so before I forget, just to remind you, Crystal Emery is our current president-elect, and so she will be president in your governorship year. And so,
Christy.
in case you haven't met face to face, then there you are, Crystal and Mondo. Thanks so much for that.
Let me
And
see.
We enjoyed the hospitality suite last year.
Where's Crystal? Hey, Crystal, there you
Right
are. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Doing
Did you
well.
enjoy it last year? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So there was some good things about that, huh?
Yes.
You know, what was a funny thing is that when we reserved the room, we told the hotel that it's a hospitality and we're going to get a little rowdy. Well, as you know, we had the hospitality, we got a little rowdy. In fact, we had other people coming in because we had tamales, man, and we had this and that going on. The people next door, unknowing to us, were pilots, American Airlines pilots, and they were trying to get some sleep. And so they were complaining to the manager that we're being too loud. So anyway, they tried to shut us down. We had to close the door, but we had a good time. So and that's another thing that we lose out is our fellowship, one-on-one, get to talk to each other. and see what you're experiencing in Kingsville, what we're experiencing in Edinburgh, Laredo, Corpus Christi, and so on, and so on. So that's good.
When it
I'll
comes
open
to
the door for
service,
questions.
when it comes to service above self, we do get animated.
Okay.
And now you also mentioned that you have to attend every day, and I think that's specific for our presidents elect. What if, for instance, Dawn wanted to join in on a couple of sessions about secretary or about treasurer? Is it okay if Dawn just comes in for those 1 or 2 sessions?
No, as I mentioned earlier, they're designed for those people in those particular positions, but there are other electives, as I mentioned, Rotary Basics that they can attend to. So, however, that's what we said today. It could change by the time we get to pets. We're evolving right now. And as I mentioned, we're between 1,000 and 2,000 we're in person. And right now, registration shows we're about 800, okay? So usually Rotarians always wait till the very last to register. So we'll see how it goes. But for right now, my answer is no. If you wanted to step into a president-elect's meeting, they probably wouldn't let you in because you're not a president-elect. And even though you're a Rotarian, you want to know about it, well, we have other curriculums for you, as I mentioned. But then again, it could change. I don't know. Okay.
All right, thanks for that. And we did have another question in the chat box about payment. And so it is $50 for the entire week's worth of sessions, but our club will reimburse you for that $50 to go to pets to learn good things. And so you won't be out anything except all of that gas money that you're going to need to drive to your living room.
Mhm.
Do we have any more? Let's see here. Foundation. Oh, yeah. And so we have another question about some specific curricula. And so the agenda has been published, and you can find more information on that on our website and on the district website to see if any of those specific sessions meet your goals. Some of them are restricted to presidents elect and president's nominee, but there are things on polio, there are things on foundation, there are things on international service. And if nothing else, the evening dinners and the keynote speakers are worth the $50 in and of themselves.
Yes.
Do we have any more questions today? All right. Well, Mr. Governor-elect, thank you so much for being here with us today. We certainly do appreciate your wealth of knowledge and for bringing us information on Lone Star Pets 2021, and we look forward to a wonderful year of service with you.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. And one day I'll see you soon in person and we'll get to have maybe a drink or two. And I really look forward and Crystal, listen, we're going to have a great year. We're going to have a great year. So thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Mondo. We do have a few things coming up. Most of those are Lone Star Pets. Monday through Saturday, there's something for everyone. $50 gets you a world full of knowledge. And I know that one person has something for the good of Rotary today. Dawn, would you like to share some good news about our attendance today?
Yeah, I was like, what do I don't know? Yes, I think we've had we've got the best attendance today than we've had the whole time. We're almost at 40%, and that's kind of even like when we have in person. So yay, keep it up.
Well, thank you, Dawn. If 40% is good enough for Punxsutawney Phil, then it's good enough for us. And Jay Dean, do you have something for the good of Rotary today?
Just briefly, because I know she won't brag about herself. This was in the paper, and I just wanted to recognize Maria. She will be honored in March with the Why Women in Careers. The YWCA will be honoring 4 honorees, and we got some information on that on our website. And maybe she can tell us how we can zoom in or watch. There might be a link or something, but congratulations, Maria.
Thank you, J. Dean. And indeed, congratulations, Maria, on that. Is fantastic. And we look forward to learning how we can share in that great news with you. Does anybody else have anything for the good of Rotary today? Okie dokie. It's now time to go to our weekly Paul Harris drawing winners. Remember, these are available every week in our bulletins. So let's go to our leaderboard this week. Some stiff competition. Allison, we win. Yay! Worry not. Every week is a new opportunity to make a connection with your fellow Rotarian. So click on those pairs at the bottom of your weekly bulletin. Find your pair for the week and go to Club Runner. Find their phone number and make that lasting connection and a friend for life in Rotary. And now, will you please join me in the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do? Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thanks so much. That's all we have for you today, folks. We look forward to seeing you very soon next week.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good seeing
Mondo.
you.
It was great.